I'm teaching you how to lead, how to survive. And to do that, you're going to have to...
Well, hello there, guys. Darth Christensen here. Welcome back to another her Star Wars video. And since I just realized that it's already been like a whole last year since I posted my first video on this channel with my Darth Plagueis video. I thought now would be a good time to do a whole updated tour of all my like Star Wars collectibles in my room here, because I also realized that it's also been a really long time since I've done a collection tour video, and I also got quite a few new collectibles, like some posters back here, like some posters and figures back here. So I thought now would be a good time and to show you all the fine additions into my collection and like express myself as a Star Wars fan. So without further ado, this is where the fun begins. So let's start off with my backdrop setup, which contains all of like the lightsabers and figures that you guys see in most of my videos. So let's start off strong with this beautiful Revenge of the Sith, its 20th anniversary poster. I've been dying to get this thing ever since they announced Episode 3 coming back in the theaters, because it's just such a fucking gorgeous poster with Vader's mask looming over, Vader's shadow looming large over Anakin marching on the Jedi Temple, and then you have like the backdrop of Mustafar in the Battle of Coruscant on the background. Ah, such an iconic movie. I mean, dude, I'm so glad I finally got to see it. Best Star Wars story ever told, period. And then right here I have his cheap Hasbro Darksaber, and this would be considered one of those like cheaper lightsabers, but it's still one of my cherished items, because I got this like 5 years ago when Mando season 2 came out, when my Mando fanboyism was at an all-time high. So I really like the look of the Darksaber, so I like just keeping it on display just for fun. Then down here are some like Star Wars playing cards that I won from a giveaway on Outpost Treasure Chest's live stream. And they're basically like Star Wars war cards where they have designs of the characters like Vader, Padme, Boba Fett, etc., etc. And they also have like jokers and aces too, which is really cool. Then over here I have this awesome Darth Bane in bust that I got from Galaxy's Edge at Doc Ondar's. And this is based off of Bane's armor that you see in Clone Wars Season 6 when his spirit talks to Yoda. And as a huge Sith fan and someone who has read the Bane trilogy, I'm so glad to have this collectible. And I also have another Vader bust that is coming up soon. Then over here I have this little Ahsoka theme corner with 2 Black Series figures of Ahsoka herself and Shin Hati. And I also have this Ahsoka Season 1 Steelbook, which is basically the whole show on Blu-ray. And Alright, so I did this so I can basically watch it anytime I want in case my Disney Plus gets canceled. And I'm planning on also eventually doing the same things for The Mandalorian Seasons 1 and 2 and Kenobi. So this is my really cool Ahsoka corner. And for good measure, I put a white kyber crystal down there. And down here we have 2 of Palpatine's former apprentices with this Count Dooku Funko Pop on this lava platform that looks like Mustafar. It also glows in the dark too, which is nice. And then I have this Phantom Menace Darth Maul Black Series figure, and the likeness is actually pretty close to Ray Park. I think people sleep on how accurate Black Series figures can be sometimes compared to shit like Hot Toys, but they're still awesome. I love these figures. And of course I also had to throw a red kyber crystal down there too. Then down here we have quite a few helmets and masks. So I got 2 Phase 1 Clone Trooper helmets, and I got this Vader mask from Spirit Halloween very recently. And I had this in my last saber spinning video. And when it's actually really good for like a half Vader mask. And I think I should probably wear this if I do like a Vader inspired outfit for Halloween, but I may do Vader or Michael Myers, but I may end up going with Vader, so this is a really cool mask to have. And then of course I have my Jawa cardboard cutout that's missing an eye. Arr, a pirate Jawa. Oh, Daddy. Then over here are some setup of some of my other lightsabers. So I got this Darth Maul lightsaber from Galaxy's Edge. And this is based off of half a Maul saber staff that you see in the Siege of Mandalore. And it's such an awesome looking hilt with the exposed kyber crystal. I can't wait to see more of this again in like the Maul Shadow Lord show. It's gonna be fucking amazing. And here's another lightsaber from Galaxy's Edge, the power and control themed hilt from Stavi's Workshop. These are like some of the build your own lightsabers that you have at the park. Shit, it needs new batteries, but it's such a cool experience to build your lightsaber, build your own lightsaber at Stavi's Workshop. So this is one of my cherished collectibles because the experience was so cool. Then down here, of course, I got this Shin Hati autograph That even has Ivana Sogno's signature on it, which is amazing. And I'm pretty sure people are already going to start spamming the simping memes in the comments, but I just love Shin. She's beautiful and she's badass, and I can't wait to see her in season 2. And then right here, I got Shin's lightsaber from Theory Sabers, and I love how it's basically like a hybrid of Kanan Jarrus' hilt and Darth Revan's hilt. It's on the Vader font. That's awesome. Then it's a little extra that isn't Star Wars related. I got this Jack Skellington Snow Globe, which is also a Funko Pop. Besides Star Wars, I am also really into Tim Burton films, so you're going to see a few like collectibles from there. Then down here I have my Star Wars Funko Pop collection that's been updated with a few figures, so let's go over them again. So we got Clone Wars Anakin Skywalker, Vader with a candy cane, regular Vader, Darth Revan, Count Dooku shooting Force Lightning, Clone Wars Dooku, Maul, Starkiller, Ahsoka, Obi-Wan, and from the Kenobi show, Baylan Skoll, Shin Hati, Huyang, Sabine Wren, Thrawn, Cal Kestis, Darth Sidious, and Pre Vizsla. Down here I have sort of like all the Mandos lined up, so I have Din Djarin and Mando with his helmet off holding Grogu, Boba Fett, Chrome Boba Fett, Crosshair from the Bad Batch, Moff Gideon using the Darksaber. Then I have another Ahsoka based off of her appearance from The Mandalorian, the Grand Inquisitor from Kenobi, a Snowman Boba Fett, Grogu, and Indiana Jones. Then I also have a Beetlejuice one here, which is also something not Star Wars related, but this is my entire Funko Pop collection, and I'm pretty proud of it. I think I desperately need a new shelf if I'm planning on getting more, if they like announce more like, you know, Sith themed ones, so gonna need a bigger shelf to make more fine additions to my collection on the way. And up here I got at this Force Lightning electricity orb, some of those orbs that you see in your office, and this one basically, I don't think it's working right now, but this one basically has like Sith. It has like lightning bolts coming out of the bulb in here, and when you put your fingers on it, it's like you're redirecting the lightning, and you can imagine that you're just like Palpatine shooting Force lightning. Unlimited power! This is a really cool item. I should probably have this on more often when I'm in the background of my videos. Then I got this Lego Boba Fett helmet that I built a while ago. I am also planning on getting more of like the Jango Fett and Vader helmets that are from the same Lego brand. Then down here I have this entire like Old Republic Sith era a corner with 2 Black Series figures from Darth Revan and Darth Nihilus, the Lord of Hunger from Knights of the Old Republic 2. This was such an awesome steal, because Nihilus is powerful, don't get me wrong, but Revan's one of my goats, because he's one of the most complex characters in Star Wars, and I love him so much. Then in the middle between them, I also got the Sith mask from Doc Ondars of Galaxy's Edge, and I think this is actually based off of like one of the Sith that was fighting alongside Darth Malgus, I guess in the second Coruscant. He was rivals with him in the Deceived novel, but I think this is based off of his mask. It looks an awful lot like him, but it's such a cool ass mask, and this is a really cool like Old Republic themed corner. Then down here I have this Lego 501st Clone Trooper Battle Pack with an AT-RT and a speeder, and this is a really cool corner because the 501st is my favorite clone agent, and I even got this like little 501st like medallion thing from my buddy Felix, who is part of this cosplay group. The 501st are awesome. They're such an amazing cosplay group. For good measure, I also put 5s there, which came with the Vader hallway scene set. And for this little card back I got from this Kenobi Funko Pop that's like a Empire symbol with some Jedi Order logo in it. I thought that would go really well with the 501st, so that's awesome. And then down here I got a few Star Wars Coke bottles from the collab. So I got a Palpatine can, and then 2 bottles of General Grievous and Din Djarin. And I also got, right here I got this little like Death Star Pez dispenser, which is really cool. Then right here I have this Lego set of Mando's N1 Starfighter with Din in the cockpit, and Grogu in the astromech pod. This is such a cool ship, and then I love how Mando just like designed his new ship after like one of the Naboo starfighters from episode 1. And it's kind of a shame that Mando's like replacing this with his Razor Crest as in the Mando and Grogu movie, but I still love this ship. I still love that ship, so it's really cool. And then there's this random knight statue. I don't know where I got this, but that's basically just there for good measure. And down here I got 2 more Lego sets of Luke Skywalker's hallway scene from the end of The Mandalorian Season 2, and Slave 1, which I have the Boba Fett minifigure somewhere else, but this is one of my favorite ships of all time. And then right here I got this autograph a picture of Ahsoka fighting Morgan Elsbeth in The Mandalorian. And this is actually signed by Diana Leon Asanto, who plays Morgan in The Mandalorian, Ahsoka, and Tales of the Empire, because my mom actually went into like Denver Fan Expo. Unfortunately, I couldn't afford it, but she actually got to meet Diana, and I got this picture of her Morgan fighting Ahsoka signed, and it's such an amazing and collectible dude. And I really hope I can meet her. I like Morgan's character a lot. She was a really cool villain. And then over here, I like to call this the Sith corner. So I got this Star Wars villains poster that has Vader, Anakin, Maul, Grievous, Sidious, Dooku, a Magna Guard, and even Jabba the Hutt down there. And this is an awesome poster because it has like a whole collage of different villains, and technically Anakin's like on there 3 times with Vader, Anakin, and you can see him fighting Obi-Wan there too. It's ironic. He could save others from death, but no. Then down here I have this entire Vader themed shrine, which basically has like all my different like Vader her themed collectibles all in one area. So I got this Vader bust from Doc Ondars, which is the same material as the Darth Bane one. That one was awesome. I had to get it. Then I also have this Vader birthday card that I got from a few years ago. Indeed, you are powerful as the Emperor has foreseen. That's really cool. And then, of course, this might actually be the crown jewel of my entire collection. Vader's castle on Mustafar as a Lego set. This is so fucking cool. Oh, dude, I'm a huge fan of Mustafar. I'm a huge fan of Mustafar aesthetically with the lava planet. The fact that Vader built his castle on the place of his greatest defeat is so badass. And this is such a cool looking castle too, with the lava fall coming out in the back. So Vader's castle is easily my favorite Lego set that I own. And with it also came this TIE Advance, so it's basically like 2 sets in one. And so the TIE Advance was a really nice touch. And right here I got this Darksaber Kyber Crystal necklace. It's from Galaxy's Edge, and on here it said, has reclaimed the Imperial legacy, which is a really cool little message on there. And then right here I got this Anakin Skywalker, her lightsaber hilt from Ultra Sabers, and unfortunately it doesn't light up, but I like to keep it for the looks because the Youngling Slayer is just way too iconic, and I thought it would be the best fit to like put it over by the Vader shrine and to have a reminder of his past failures. So Anakin's lightsabers, so the Youngling Slayer is sick as hell. I got this Sith holocron from Galaxy's Edge too. It plays like messages from different Sith lores from both Vader and Maul and Palpatine, and so it's an awesome touch. Then I got this Vader figure. I don't know which line this is from, but I got this from a King Supers, and this Vader figure is really cool, even though his legs don't move. I love the look of it though. And here's this Dark Trooper, her Black Series figure standing attention right next to Vader. That's one of the coolest trooper figures next to the Purge Troopers. And then down here are all my Star Wars books. So, and I did a separate video breaking down all the books that I own, so be sure to check that out. But as a basic recap, I got Legacy, the Darth Vader comic set after Episode 4, her Darth Maul, Son of Dathomir, Skywalker Strikes, thanks to Mandalorian comics. All these right here are a bunch of like Vader comics, Mandalorian, Ahsoka adaptations, and a few like High Republic comics too. Those are really cool. I got Fate of the Jedi Allies, Return of the Jedi from a Certain Point of View, The Book of the Sith, Darth Plagueis, my favorite book of all time. And then these 2 Jedi Academy books, which these are meant for younger kids, but I love these books as a kid, so these are like core memories for me. And then here's some other books that don't really matter to the topic. And then down here I got a few more collectibles. So I got this Lego Star Wars character encyclopedia that has characters from the prequels, originals, Rebels, and even some like Old Republic, even some like legend stories like the Old Republic and the Force Unleashed. So that's awesome. And here's this 3D printed Mando bust that I also got from my buddy Felix. I really want to get into 3D printing one day, so I can like make my own props and masks. That's one day, and make them like super realistic. So that's definitely going to be a profession to make Star Wars like cosplay items. Then over here I got this R2-D2 Mickey Mouse hat, obviously from Disneyland. And I got this at Star Traders, so it was really nice because it actually has like the dome shape of R2. Then also, for more Mickey Mouse ears, I got this Ahsoka headband, which is really nice. And then up here, for another Tim Burton thing, I got this Jack Skellington like hangable figure. I figured now would be a good time to put it up since it's the first day of October, so it's really nice to ring in spooky season. And right here I have another Shin Hati poster, but it's more of like a collage of Shin, and right there you can see her fighting Sabine. My Theory Saber just turned off, but this is basically a Shin and collage poster, and you can see her fighting Sabine right there. So that's a really nice collage to have. Then for another Mandoverse thing, I have Mando and Grogu going into hyperspace in the cockpit of the Naboo starfighter here, so that's really cool. Then I have this Tales of the Jedi poster. Then I also have this psychedelic Yoda painting that I got from my dad. And this is really cool. Well, it looks exactly like Yoda's Clone Wars appearance. Then I got this Wednesday Addams poster, and season 2 of this show just wrapped up. Then over here is my desk setup. So I got an Ahsoka poster, Vader with all the bounty hunters from The Empire Strikes Back, and an Obi-Wan Kenobi poster, and there's some Mandalorian stickers back there. This is a really nice assortment of posters, I think. I think Ahsoka and Obi-Wan are two of my favorite characters, and Empire Strikes Back is one of the best movies, so it's good. It's a good thing to have in between, sandwich in between there. And down here on my desk, I got quite a few Lego sets, but I also got these figures right here that are called like minis. I forgot the name of these lines, but they're basically like Star Wars figures that are like, I have predated Funko Pops. So I got Revan, Vader, Maul, and Hoth Han Solo, which is really awesome. And then I got this Lego Ahsoka Duel on Peridia set and I posed like Ahsoka, Ezra, and Sabine all fighting Morgan Elsbeth before Thrawn leaves. So that's a really cool whole set to have. And then I got Anakin's Jedi Starfighter from the opening of Revenge of the Sith with R2 in the cockpit. Then I have Anakin and Obi-Wan fighting Hank setup right here. I just thought it would be a nice touch because it's also like Revenge of the Sith themed. And also Anakin versus Obi-Wan is the most iconic duel of all time. So I thought it would be best if like to put up Obi-Wan right there. I definitely for sure got to get Obi-Wan and Obi-Wan's Red Starfighter in the Legos so I can like complete the duo. Then I also got, right here I got this Darth Vader headlamp that I always have on in the dark because it's such a cool lamp to use as a Star Wars fan. Then I also got this Lego Ahsoka T6 shuttle with Huyang in the cockpit, and Ahsoka's fighting the Inquisitor guy. I forgot his name, but Ahsoka's fighting the Inquisitor guy. Okay. And then I also have, right here I have this Vader hallway scene that's based off of the end of Rogue One leading right straight into the beginning of A New Hope. With Vader cutting some rebel scum down, and he's force choking Captain Antilles. So this is an awesome ass set, and I actually built this live like last Christmas. So this is one of my favorite sets because Vader is just like a cold ass. Then back here I have this General Grievous Kalish mask that's from Galaxy's Edge, and this is based off of General Grievous's pre-cyborg phase. This is what he looked like before Dooku turned him into a cyborg. So the Kalish mask is really cool. And then I have this Thrawn Black Series figure, and you're looking super accurate to Lars Mikkelsen's face. I love that a lot. Then over here I got a few. Then to finish things off, I have a few like Jedi Starfighters over here. So I got both the foldable wings from Episode 3 and also the like triangle-shaped ones from Episode 2. And I also got this blue one right here. They're not tailored to any specific characters, but the red definitely reminds me of Obi-Wan Starfighter. So that's really cool. Okay, so that's basically my entire Star Wars collection tour as of towards the end of 2025, and time is flying by insanely quick. Like I can't believe it anymore, but I'm so glad to have this collection as a Star Wars fan, and having this in the background definitely makes my videos a lot more entertaining to watch, and I hope you guys enjoyed seeing all my collectibles from like all types of eras, from like the prequels, originals, the Mandoverse, the Old Republic, like etc. So this is a really fun video to do. And let me know any suggestions for any like figures or like Funko Pops or lightsabers I should get. But yeah, have a great rest of your day, and may the Force be with you always.
Yes,
Peace.
the one we've been looking for. How do you know this? He knows the ways of the Force. He's been trained to use the dark side. Are you sure? Absolutely.